Hey gamers, welcome back to another episode of Hotfix, your daily dose of gaming news. My name is Max. Yesterday was March 20th, 2017, and let's get right into it. So as I'm sure you all know, reviews for Mass Effect Andromeda came out yesterday, and they're kinda in the middle. Some are really good, some are really low, and then some just don't know what to think. The average on Metacritic is 78, which is nothing compared to the previous trilogy, all getting above 90 if I'm not mistaken. However, that user score there, that's a bit ridiculous. Really, a 3.9, come on you guys, just because of the whole facial animation controversy? Like, come on guys, really? I actually received the game yesterday early. Amazon screwed up, and I was playing through, I got like 3 hours into it. While the facial animations are not perfect by any means, they're not abysmal. Maybe that gets worse later on. I've been keeping in the dark on purpose to kind of have my own opinions on the game, but other than that, it just feels like a wider, more open world Mass Effect so far. I did the first mission, which was awesome. The game was kind of high stakes at first. I know EA Access allowed people the first 2 missions as well as like 10 hours of gameplay and stuff like that to explore, so maybe things get worse later on, even though I've heard they only get better. But I've really been enjoying my experience with the game so far. The best way to think of it is like, think Dragon Age Inquisition type gameplay, but more vertical, more focused on movement, and then just combined with Mass Effect style combat. I'm going to actually be doing a video tonight about my thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda, so that'll probably be out tomorrow. I don't really have anything else to do since Xbox Live is down. I can't play the goddamn game. But yeah, if you're a Mass Effect fan, like if you're a real Mass Effect fan, not just like a fanboy who's just jumping on this, you really like what Mass Effect is at its core, you'll like this game, at least so far from what I can tell. And I've played a lot of games. Usually I can tell how a game is going to be after I've played it for a little bit, as most people can. So this is definitely a game to check out yourself. Actually, one of my favorite YouTubers, Ethos, did a video on this kind of stuff and how Mass Effect isn't really a game. You could just showcase parts of it. I'm actually going to link this into the description down below because this is a really good and insightful video that I think everyone can learn from. The developers of the Pokemon games, Game Freak, are now getting more staff for a new console game. So before I get any further into this, let's do some logic. So, Game Freak, people who make Pokemon games, have mostly been handheld since fucking forever. All handheld games. Switch comes out, combines handheld and home console. Now, this handheld and home console is out. Game Freak, makers of Pokemon, are hiring up for a new console game. They've always published on Nintendo consoles. Wonder what's gonna happen there. In all reality though, this is awesome news, and I know that Nintendo has come out and said that the Switch will not be a replacement for the 3DS, but of course they're gonna say that because they don't want people to stop buying 3DSs. Let's be honest. This thing is an innovation. It's going to be their new handheld. It's going to be both. One of the biggest benefits to the Switch is the fact that they can just develop for one console and they can bring it on the go as well as have it at home. They can put those capabilities in both. If they did have some sort of Street Pass thing, they'd still be able to incorporate those types of features into their games because it would work both on the go and at home, as you know. So if a new Pokemon game comes to the Switch, which let's be honest, that's going to happen, it's gonna be awesome. Everyone wins there, except for 3DS owners, I guess. So last November, Game Freak came out with Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's apparently been rumored that a third game, possibly codenamed Pokemon Stars, is in the works for the Nintendo Switch, and it's related to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Sun, Moon, Stars. Makes sense. One of the first staff openings is for a new title character modeler to create deformed, toon-like person, monster, and item models. This successful applicant would have experience with Wii U or PlayStation Vita development, leaning more towards Switch-like stuff. Also, a character designer, an opportunity to be involved in the development of the worldwide popular RPG. The worldwide popular RPG. Since it is a title that has been released for a long time, the development environment is also very well set. All right, let's be honest. Throw it all on the table. This is a fucking Pokemon game coming to the Switch. That's what's happening. That's awesome. Everyone can be happy. We all win except for 3DS owners. Let's move on. Dead Rising 4 is getting some new DLC in April. Frank West's story continues in early April with the longtime hero experiencing a significant physical transformation that will have far-reaching implications. Maybe he turns into a zombie. The new single-player story mission starts with an infected Frank, there you go, wandering the streets of Willamette. After being found and rescued by someone from his past, Frank works to uncover a permanent cure to the virus. Wait, what? He's a zombie that you can play as and act normally. That's interesting. Maybe that happens in the campaign of 4. I don't know. I'm not gonna play it. Maybe I'll play it one day. Players will have access to new abilities, but it's balanced somewhat by his inability to consume regular food. Instead, he'll have to chomp on human flesh to restore his health. The download is coming to Xbox One and PC on April 4th for $10 or as part of the game's season pass. Another DLC, Super Ultra Dead Rising 4 Mini Golf, will also be coming later on and will be also $9.99. Goat Simulator is getting some new DLC that should be be live today on the PlayStation 4. The DLC is called The Waste of Space, and it's supposed to be parodying everything from Star Wars to Star Trek. There's going to be romance options, and Game Informer is talking about the fact that this probably coincides with the release of Mass Effect Andromeda. I would second that. It's unclear if and when the DLC will be coming to other consoles, but let's be honest, it's probably coming to everywhere else, like PC and Xbox One. Maybe not last-gen consoles, I could see it not coming to those, but it's gonna be coming to these other ones. So if you tried logging into the Xbox One servers as of last night, you would know that it probably wasn't working out for you. Well, that's because Xbox Live is down right now. The store doesn't work, signing in doesn't work. Microsoft is aware of the issue, however, as they have tweeted that their engineers and developers are actively continuing to work to resolve the issue, causing some members to have problems finding previously purchased content or purchasing new content. Stay tuned and thanks for your patience. That's not the only issue. Like, I have my Xbox on right now. I actually tried signing in right before this because I wanted to upload a GIF of my Mass Effect character glitching out, but I guess that's not happening. So yeah, those of you who took off work for Mass Effect, hopefully the services go up soon so you can actually play it. And lastly, this isn't so much news, more of a public service announcement. Zelda Breath of the Wild new games will overwrite your existing saves. Now this is kind of weird because most Zelda games did have multiple save slots, however this is not one of them. So if you ever want to start a new game in Zelda Breath of the Wild, make sure you create a new account to play it as first. The game will prompt you before overwriting your previous content, but still the message can be kind of weird. Like, it just says overwrite previous save data. Yeah, if you think about it, that makes sense. It will overwrite your only save data, which is your other campaign. But sometimes we just don't think about these things. Usually it's like, do you want to start a new, you know, there's always a pop-up box when you're starting a new game. People just hit new game and then you're fucked. So yeah, just be aware of that. Well, folks, that's about it for yesterday's news. Make sure to like the video if this recap helped you. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these news stories? What do you think about my thoughts on these news stories? Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for free daily news updates straight to your inbox every Tuesday to Friday. Remember, my thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda will be out early tomorrow, and be sure to keep checking the Coalition for more updates on all of these new games coming. I still have a whole bunch to write about. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Max signing off.